I'm gonna be out of breath because I'm walking uphill to my Airbnb. But I'm back in Pachuca. On the way back, my lawyer stopped to show me a place to dance that isn't late because my bedtime is 8 o'clock. I'm dying, guys. But they put cumbia, salsa, they put a little bit of everything, and sometimes there's a live band. But that's it for tonight. I'm tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow. These are my neighbors at my Airbnb. Hi guys. You're so cute. Hi. Say good morning. Where's your sister at? Good morning, amigos. We are off to catch the bus to go to the town I'm moving to so I can give the lawyer power of attorney to take care of all of this stuff, all of this mess on my behalf. So I'll see you at the bus station. So while we're on our way to the bus station, one thing you should know if you visit or move to central Mexico is that you need to bring like a change of clothing or use layers, because in the morning and evening it is quite chilly. You will want pants and a jacket or maybe a light coat. Like I'm in a hoodie and shorts now, like I'm a little chilly but I'm not miserable. But then around, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock, it is pretty warm. Like if you were in pants, you wouldn't be miserable, but it does get quite warm, almost 80, and this is year-round. But then in the evening, you're gonna want your pants and your jacket again. Wrapped up at the Notary Republic, and I was able to give the lawyer power of attorney to finish all of these processes. And now I just met my neighbor who's going to be living to my left. The neighbor is the one that has organized us to get like street lights and the water connected and the drain pipes and all of that stuff. Really nice lady. So I brought her a little gift of chocolates and a magnet with the St. Louis arch. But yeah, that kind of concludes everything I came to do here in Mexico. I just find it very hard to talk to dogs in Spanish. I just want to talk to them in English. Like I'm fine talking to people in Spanish all day. Even I was talking to like lawyers and office officials with no problems. But with dogs, I just cannot speak in Spanish for some reason. He loves me. My Fritos are gone, buddy. The Fritos are all gone. I'm sorry. I gave you all I had. I just bought them too. Lucky for you. This mall is called Las Galerías. It's very nice. A lot of the malls have movie theaters. This one is huge. Everything you could want. There's another mall. I think its name is Explanada. If that's not it, I'll put it on the screen. That's not so much good for shopping, but it has an ice skating rink and some other fun things as far as activities go, I think, like go-karts maybe. The mall is in an area called Zona Plateada. If you're leaving Pachuca headed towards Actopan or towards the university here, it's in that area. So I just saw my friend. He gave me the original copies of some documents. I gave him his gift. I paid him the money I owed. Now I'm off to get some vegan tacos. Pachuca is the birthplace of soccer, so I don't know if you can make out that that's a soccer ball over there. It's the Hall of Fame. And they are ready for Christmas here as well. And everything I've been showing you from the mall until whenever I get to eat, this is all still Zona Plateada, the name of the neighborhood. It's like the very modern part of the city. A lot of the stores, shops, and hotels in this area are more upscale. We are getting closer. At least it's really nice out. I must be hungry because I don't remember it taking this long to walk here last time from the mall. But I did give that dog my Fritos, so I'm extra hungry. I see it's in this plaza called Loreto. The restaurant is called Proyecto V, like Project V for vegan. We have to go upstairs. There's also it's on the first floor here. There's also a store called Mr. Tofu that has like some mock meats and cheeses and snacks and whatnot. So I'll see you once I get my food. Okay, I just took a taxi back to my Airbnb. I just had him leave me at the bottom of the mountain because otherwise it's a gated community and he has to show his ID and all of that. So I had my tacos and then I got some pancakes to go so I have some breakfast in the morning. Good morning, amigos. I just checked out of my Airbnb. It's my last day in the state of Hidalgo. I'll be heading back to Mexico City later this evening because I have a flight at like 5 or 6 in the morning tomorrow. First, I'm off to exchange some more money. I think I have enough to last, but I just want to be sure I don't want to be stuck somewhere without a few dollars to get a taxi or something later on. And then also I'm going to try and open up a bank account, so I imagine there's some kind of minimum I have to deposit. So I want to make sure I have some money on me in case they allow me to open it today. So let me talk to you a bit about exchanging money. Of course, you can find places at the airport very easily. Traditionally, they take a bigger cut at the airport, so I didn't exchange money there, but they were like exchanging at 19 and some change. It varied greatly. But outside of the airport, I'm finding everyone's exchanging it at 18 something, which is very low at the moment. But anyway, they're gonna ask for an ID. And the exchange houses, if you don't go to the airport, so you know what you're looking for on Google Maps, is a Casa de Cambio. If you can't find one, find a bank called Banco Azteca. Usually it's inside of a store called Electra, which is similar to Sears. The max there is $300 per day. I went to a bank I had never heard of in Mexico City yesterday or the day before, and their max was $1,500 per month, so it varies greatly. So yeah, I was able to exchange $300 more. I'm going into the center of Pachuca to try to exchange the last of it. I just didn't want to pass up Banco Azteca, knowing that they would at least exchange $300 for me to come to the center and find out this place is not open today and have to backtrack. It's about a 17-minute walk. But I really suggest walking a lot whenever you're going to a new city or town. It really helps you to learn your whereabouts more quickly. Hang on, I don't want to get hit by this truck. Because sometimes in a car it's a little more confusing because sometimes there are one-way streets. So maybe it was easier to get somewhere than you thought. But by having to zigzag around, it was more complicated to know where you were exactly. Or like on a bus, not that you can walk where you would need to take a bus. It can be difficult to learn your way because a lot of times they have the curtains closed, and yeah, you can open your curtain, but if nobody else opens theirs, you can't really see where you're turning very well. So yeah, we're basically in the center of Pachuca, not like the center, but we're in the zone that is considered the center. And of course, I'll show you around when we get there. But Pachuca is pretty nice. Honestly, I haven't been here until I bought my land. I had just gone to the mall, and that was the extent of it. But I like it. I mean, there's not much to do, but it's a nice place. Pretty safe, has everything you could need. Actually, I don't know if I'm quite to the zone called the center, but we're not far from it. We're almost to the exchange house. Fun fact, up until a few years ago, if I can find the year I'll insert it, Pemex was the only gas station in Mexico. Like true Google Maps, you get there and it doesn't exist. Either the map is way off or the place has been closed for years because there was no sign of it. So I'm gonna see if there's maybe another one close by. If not, oh well. I don't really need it because I was able to change some at Banco Azteca. But like I said, if they allow me to open up a bank account here, I was hoping to have a little more than like $1 to put in it. But we'll see. I probably still have the minimum necessary. Okay, Google Maps says that there is one in about 15 minutes, which is in the center. So we were kind of still far from the center. Like it is still the center, but not like close to the very center. Does that even make sense? I don't know. At least I recognize something now. That's where I had to get my COVID test when that was still a thing for traveling. I'm starting to recognize this area. Well, it's taking us through this park. This here is some kind of government building. You can see parts of Pachuca are very hilly. Hidalgo, that's my state. I think this plaza is called Plaza Juarez, if I remember correctly. I really don't mind walking a lot, especially when it's so nice out like this, but my book bag is getting heavy because my architect gave me all the paperwork, which included a binder that was quite stuffed full of paperwork. So my back is starting to hurt a bit, but I can sit down and rest in a few more minutes. Well, on the way to the exchange house, I found, what do you call it, a Casa de Empeña, a pawn shop, and sometimes they will exchange dollars too. This one only allowed me to exchange 100, but hey, it's something in case I get to the other place and it doesn't exist or it's wrong on the map as well. If you're learning anything, it's that in Mexico everything takes 500 times as long. Something's gonna go wrong, something's gonna be closed when it says it's open. Now we're starting to get into like the center part. But one of the reasons I love Mexico is because
slight right.
Almost around any corner you can find a little park or benches to sit down. It's kind of dead for a Saturday. It's a little after 10 a.m. And a lot of people do business on Saturday. Usually Sunday is the day for people to close. I love the architecture. Right when we get to this corner, it's like the very center of Pachuca. And supposedly the exchange house is up here in about a block. There's the famous clock. See, I don't know how YouTubers do it in like Mexico City or other very large cities, because you have to like pay so close attention to not get hit by a car, even without having your phone out. Well, there's some kind of market going on in here today, so we'll go in there in a second. Every city has a little sign with their name on it. Pachuca. Even the smaller towns have that too. But this is different than a lot of city centers because usually the church is in the very center as well. But in the center of Pachuca, we have Burger King. In one corner, I'm not sure what corner it is, there's KFC, I believe. And I think there's a Dairy Queen too behind the clock. Well, that was a fail. There was, what do you call it again? I keep forgetting the word. A pawn shop. That's what was coming up on the map. And they said no, but there's a place around the corner that opens in 2 hours. I don't have that kind of time. So now I'm looking for the bank I want to open an account at. I forget which corner it is on, so I'm just walking around until I see it. Actually, I think it was kind of in the middle of the block. We'll see here. Yeah, there's the KFC. I'm still looking for the bank. Well, that was a short trip to the bank. I don't know, like the first few times I went to Mexico, it felt like the banks and stuff took forever when I would go with somebody, but now it's pretty quick. But I wasn't able to open the account, so I didn't have the right kind of proof of address. I needed either water, electric, or phone bill with the address. But they said I can use one with somebody else's name, but I'm a little short on time to be doing that. But it's not a big deal, like I can take care of it next time I come. So next I'm going back to the bus station for the millionth time, because I'm going back to my new town to sign one last document for the lawyer. I have some getting used to do, because I know about these pedestrian bridges, but I'm not used to using them, so I just ran across the highway like a loca when there was one right here to cross the highway. Anyways, I'm meeting up with my neighbor to share like the, I don't even know what you call it in English, like the study of the ground, so they know like what kind of construction to do. Since she's my neighbor, obviously it's the same like quality of dirt and type of dirt, so I'm just going to share this with her to save her a little money. Well, I ended up meeting my neighbor about halfway through my walk to my house. So she dropped me off at my lawyer's appointment. My appointment with my lawyer, which meant I got there way too early and he wasn't there. So I'm just going for a little walk through my city, because honestly I haven't really been here before. So let's see what we find. And I forgot to tell you I almost got hit by a car because the light turned green right when I was in the middle, and of course nobody's watching and they start just going, so I had to book it. I found some more vegan ice cream. I just finished up with my lawyer, signed the last of the paperwork, so now I'm going back to Pachuca, and I think I'm going to order Uber Eats, order some tacos to be delivered at the bus station so I can eat them on the way to Mexico City, because once I get into Mexico City the traffic is going to be kind of chaotic at that time of day. That way I can save myself a headache from getting on the metro and going to a restaurant and then coming back on the metro. I made it back to Mexico City, so now I'm off to my Airbnb to go to bed because my flight is early tomorrow. Well, I came out of the wrong exit from the metro, so now I have to cross the bridge. But we'll make it. The airport's right here. My Airbnb is right next to it. Because the airport, as you see, is literally in the middle of the city, whereas usually you have to drive like at least 30 minutes outside of the city to get to the airport. Okay, I made it to my Airbnb. I just have a little hiccup because I accidentally bought mineral water, which is not that common in Mexico compared to other Spanish-speaking countries. Like in Argentina, that is the default. But basically that is a wrap for this video. I am not vlogging the way home because I'm going to be exhausted. I have to wake up at like 2 or 2:30 in the morning, and I want to start editing the video on the flight home. The airport in Mexico City is so confusing because before you pass immigration, everything's labeled by letters, but once you pass immigration, it's labeled by numbers. So it's not very clear where you're supposed to go. And also you need to go up a flight of stairs to even get to immigration. It used to be on the first floor, but now it's on the second floor. And then if you are a temporary or permanent resident, you need to find gate or door 25 to see immigration before you head on your way out. Well, that was kind of a lie. It's near gate 25, but it's inside of this mall. There's a desk labeled INM. That's if you're in Terminal 1. If you're in Terminal 2, I'm not sure. I haven't been there in a while. Right there, at that desk. Yeah, so I said I wasn't going to film this, but I am because I'm mad. I don't know if it was my Airbnb or the neighbors, but they were doing construction all night, knocking down a wall, drilling, sawing, I'm not sure what else. Then there was some music. And also I want to show you the ridiculousness of this airport because I've been walking, following the signs forever and have yet to arrive to my gate just because of the poor layout. Like I said, whenever you are not through immigration yet, you're not sure which letter leads to what number once you've passed immigration. So maybe if I had gone to a different letter, I would have ended up closer. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to continue following me in my journey in moving from the US to Mexico, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Ciao.